Yeah, g'day, this is Corey, and this is something totally batshit crazy, and I did intend to give it to someone, but it's probably not going to happen, so whatever. Anyway, the neck is going to be a multi-scarf made from a lot of scraps, and yeah, it's a cool idea. It's just a pain in the ass. The body is left over from the AR-85 base. These are the side bits, and I thought, you know what? Let's glue some burl on and fill it with resin. We'll have the burl at different heights, so it's not all on the same level. And the idea was to have some of it visible, and then I thought, you know what, fuck it, let's make it look like a shoreline. So anyway, this is based off a Wes Borland Yamaha. I scaled it down, and I had 2 videos worth of stuff, and I thought, you know what, fuck it, let's just do 1 video. So flame maple fretboard, multi-scarf neck, the Yamaha style headstock, and it's a 20-inch baritone ukulele, and it turns out that it's tuned to the same intervals as his 4-string guitars, but up an octave. So it's like a I don't know, it's batshit crazy, that's what it is. So I've dropped the volume down to 80% again on this, because I've had some people say they can't hear my voice, which I didn't think would have been a bad thing, but hopefully it works out better. So I've been trying to do volutes more too. Could never really do them until I got some help from my friends, Neil from NSJ Guitars, Mick from Mix Guitars, Bernard from BB Guitars. Some good mates. So I thought, fuck it, I'll do most of the neck work. Well, I did all the neck work before I really started on the body. And this is trying to make a form, and I end up having a bit of a leak, but pouring the colour I didn't get on video. Well, I did, but I deleted it. And then pouring some clear. And to me, like, there's some bits that don't look good, but I'm happy with it. I reckon it looks pretty cool. And I'm stoked with how it turned out. So I think with the body I scaled it down 80%. It was mainly to fit the size of the blank that I had, and not to be stupidly big for basically a baritone ukulele, or it's a short scale 4-string thing. What I did was I did bevels, and I did get them wider at the waist, narrowed it down where the input jack is, and it turned out really well. And the fact you can see some resin from the side, and then you can see some of the burl from the side, that's pretty nifty. So with this, I decided to put a trem on it. I made a 4-string guitar that used a cigar box trem, and well, you know what? Put the trem on this. And I was going to put one of those Invader copy pickups in there, but I ended up changing my mind because the pole pieces didn't quite line up. It sort of annoys me when the pole pieces don't line up with the strings in guitars. And I was contemplating about having a neck pickup, which I'm glad I did. The audio went a bit bonkers during this bit at least, and I had the router grab on me while I was doing this back cavity. I did like the trim route, and then I did the little where the block goes, and it ended up grabbing a long piece of, like a longer bit of timber, and it just threw that stupid little router out of my hand. And in the photos on Instagram, you'll see that there's like a little bluey green speck on the back. That's where the router chewed in. And I thought, you know what, let's make it a feature. Well, it wasn't me, it was Mick from Mick's Guitars who said you should fill that with resin, and I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll fill it up with super glue and then put the pigment in, because it's a lot easier. And this is the second part of this was going to be part 2, but anyway, get the neck in. Flame maple that came from the Cremona build that Ty from Shock the Fox sent over to me, and that was just offcuts from the sides. And I didn't bother filming the clear coating. Maybe I did, I can't remember. And yeah, I did a little in the white sort of setup, which I don't normally do. I normally just do stuff when I normally just put it all together after it's finished, which can lead to problems, but I'm going to start trying to be a bit better with it. And over here I'm shaping the nut because this neck's a little bit wider, the nut's a little bit wider, and I could have got away with a skinnier neck, but it is what it is. I'm happy with it. So I haven't done many trims on my guitars, and I can sort of see why I don't. See the little blue speck near where the claw is, up a bit from that? That's where the router bit into. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day. I had another demo and the clean sound didn't turn out at all. So I recorded something last night, and then the dirty demo on it was from the original demo, if that makes sense. So there might be a variance in sound quality, but I couldn't be bothered doing it again. Anywho, thanks for checking this crazy shit out, and stay tuned, because I don't seem to be doing anything easy for a while. Catches.